Hello everyone, I'm Rupali Meshram. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for my latest updates. Good morning students. Standard 7th, Subject History, Chapter 3, Religious Synthesis. Diversity of languages and religions is an important characteristic of the Indian society. Considering these features, the Indian Constitution has adopted the principle of secularism. In medieval India, two attempts to bring about religious synthesis, social life were made on the basis of this principle. Among these efforts, the Bhakti movement, Sikhism, and the Sufi sect have a significant place. These different streams of thoughts arose in different parts of India. They emphasize harmony between the different sects and religions along with devotions to God. We shall study them in this chapter. Initially, rituals and Brahmadan were greatly emphasized in the Indian religious life. In the medieval period, they gave way to Bhakti Marg, the path of devotion. Bhakti Marg did not give undue importance to hierarchies, which further facilitated religious synthesis. In the different regions of India, we find different forms of the path of devotion. According to the local situation, the Bhakti movement used the common people's language instead of Sanskrit. This helped the development of regional languages. So now let's study about the Bhakti movement. It is believed that the Bhakti movement originated in South India. The Nayanar and Alvar Bhakti movements emerged in this region. The Nayanars were devotees of Shiva, while the Alvars were devotees of Vishnu. Bhakti movements emerged in this region. The Nayanars were devotees of Shiva, while the Alvars were the devotees of Vishnu. There were also attempts to consider Shiva and Vishnu as one and the same and bring them together. Harihara idols, which depict half Vishnu and half Shiva, were produced in the period on a large scale. People belonging to all social strata had participated in these Bhakti movements. They preach values like love of God, humanity, compassion, mercy, etc. Ramanuja and other acharyas strengthened the base of the Bhakti movement in South India. They told people that God is for all. God does not discriminate. The teachings of Ramanuja had a great impact in North India. Also, Sant Ramanand strengthened the Bhakti movement in North India. Sant Kabir is a well-known Sant in the Bhakti movement. He did not attach any importance to places of pilgrimage, vratas or idol worship. For him, truth was God. He taught that all human beings are equal. He did not believe in any differences based on caste, creed, sect and religion. He wanted to bring about Hindu and Muslim unity. He criticized the extremely orthodox people in both Hindu and Muslim religions in strong terms. So, this way, Sant Kabir was able to influence the lives of people, many people through his teachings. In Bengal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu underlined the importance of Krishna Bhakti. Due to his teachings, people joined the Bhakti movement in transcending the boundaries of and creed under his influence. Shankar Deva spread the Bhakti movement in Assam. Narsi Mehta was a renowned Vaishnava Sant in Gujarat. He was an ardent devotee of Krishna. He gave the message of equality. He is known as the first poet of the Gujarati language. Santa Mirabai stressed the importance of devotion to Krishna. She belonged to the royal family of Mewar. She renounced all pleasures of the royal family and immersed herself in devotion to Krishna. She composed devotional verses in Rajasthani and Gujarati. Her devotional verses gave the message of devotion, tolerance, and humanity. Sant Sena was an influential Sant. Sant Rohidas was a great Sant. He gave the message of equality and humanity. Surdas, a great poet of Hindu literature, composed the political work Sursagar. Devotion to Krishna, that is Krishna Bhakti, is the subject of his work. The verses on Krishna Bhakti composed by Muslim Sant Raskan are melodious. Ramcharitmanas of Sant Tulsidas is a beautiful composition expressing devotion to Rama. In Karnataka, Sant Basveshwar spread the Lingayat stream of thought. He opposed the caste system and stressed the dignity of labor. Sant Kailas is well known meaning work in worship. Meaning work is worship. He encouraged women's participation in his movement. Men and women belonging to all castes began to participate in the religious discussions conducted in the hall Mahanubhav Pant Mantapa. Sri Basveshwar conveyed his teaching in the language of the people, that is Kannada, through the medium of Vachan literature. His work had a great impact on society. His followers have composed their work in Marathi also. Of this composition, Param Rahasya, composed by Manmat Swami, is very well known. Great sons in Karnataka include Purandar Das and others. They compose many devotional verses in Kannada. Mahanubhav Pant. In the 13th century, Chakradhar Swami founded the Mahanvar Pant in Maharashtra. This sect preaches devotion to Krishna. Sri Govind Prabhu was the guru of Chakradhar Swami. The followers of Chakradhar included men and women belonging to all castes and creeds. He supported equality. He travelled to all parts of Maharashtra preaching in Marathi. He preferred Marathi instead of Sanskrit. This led to development of the Marathi language. Many works were composed in Marathi. This sect mainly spread in the Vidarbha and Marathwada regions of Maharashtra. Riddhipur in Vidarbha is an important place for people of this sect. This sect had reached up to faraway regions like the Punjab and Afghanistan. So that's all about Swami Chakradhar. He spread the Marathi literature and influenced people through his teaching. Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak was the founder of Sikhism and the first Guru of Sikh. His work has to be mentioned as a great attempt at religious synthesis. He visited the holy places of both Hindus and Muslims. He had also visited Makkah. He realized that the feeling of devotion is common everywhere. He taught that all persons should be treated equally. His teachings aimed at achieving Hindu-emphasized chaste behavior. Many people were influenced by the teachings of Guru Nanak. The number of his followers increased day by day. The followers of Guru Nanak are known as Sikhs, meaning disciples. The Adi Granth, also known as the Guru Granth Sahib, is the holy book of the Sikhs. The Adi Granth includes compositions by Guru Nanak, Sant Namdev, Sant Kabir and other sants. Guru Nanak was succeeded by 9 Gurus of the Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh was the 10th Guru of the Sikhs. After Guru Gobind Singh, Sikhs regard the Guru Granth Sahib as their Guru as per the order of Guru Gobind Singh. The Sufi sect. This is a sect in Islam. The Sufi sons believe that God is full of love and the only way to reach Him is through love and devotion. Their many teachings are love for all living beings, meditation and simple living. Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, Sheikh Nizamuddin Awliya were great Sufi sons. The teachings of Sufi sons led to unity in the Hindu and Muslim communities. Sufi music has made a valuable contribution to Indian music. The path of bhakti taught by the sons was easy to follow for the common people. The bhakti movement was open to all men and women. The sons expressed their thoughts in the language of the people. The common people found them close to their heart. The Bhakti movement has contributed greatly to the making of the Indian culture.